Every archaeological find has the potential to be insightful and enlightening, but some stand out more than others. The most amazing archaeological discoveries are the ones that make you question the evidence of your own eyes, and those are the ones we're highlighting in this video. Let's get started with number 15. Midas Monument Yazilikaya, also known as the Phrygian city of Midas, is a beautiful ancient village in Turkey's Eskişehir province. It's known for its Phrygian ruins, including the famous ancient Midas city and various rock-cut reliefs, such as the well-known Midas Monument that was once believed to be the tomb of the biblical king Midas. Other notable reliefs include the Unfinished Monument and the Hyacinth Monument. The Midas Monument features a tall rock-cut facade with a pedimented temple design, acroteria, and a geometric pattern resembling terracotta building faces. It includes a niche likely meant for a Cybele statue and bears an ancient Phrygian inscription by Ates, son of Archaeus, describing him as a ruler and leader. The monument was likely built in the early to mid-7th century BCE and is among the oldest rock-cut monuments in Western Phrygia. Its abstract facade mirrors Central Anatolian terracotta architecture predating 600 BCE. Though not a tomb, the monument's original purpose still remains a total mystery. Number 14. Head of Eutropius. The Kunsthistorisches Museum in Vienna houses a Roman marble bust known as the Head of Eutropius. It is believed to portray Eutropius, a 4th century Roman official, and was originally discovered in Ephesus. Although the identification is based on tradition rather than definitive evidence, experts believe the attribution is plausible due to the bust's stylistic traits. Its form reflects the expressive, emotionally intense aesthetic associated with the Theodosian period and echoes work produced by workshops in Aphrodisias and Ephesus during the late 4th and early 5th centuries. The bust is part of a thematic group of bearded philosopher heads, a trend that began in classical Athens around the 5th century BCE. Distinct features include its fixed stare, detailed curls, and flowing beard. Based on style and excavation context, scholars date the sculpture between 425 and 450 CE. The piece illustrates the classical influence still present in Ephesus during late antiquity, a city that remained an artistic and cultural hub throughout that era. Number 13. Largest Nubian church in Old Dongola. Archaeologists from the Polish Center of Mediterranean Archaeology found a significant find at the abandoned town of Old Dongola, what appears to be the largest church ever found in the Nubian region. Encompassing areas of present-day Egypt and Sudan, Nubia was governed by the Kingdom of Makuria for 6 centuries and established itself as a Christian power by the 8th century. The Polish team has been working at the site since 1964, but this cathedral was unexpected, especially within the city's ancient citadel. The discovery includes 2 apse walls, painted images of the 12 apostles, and a domed tomb that may have belonged to a leading archbishop from Nubia's Christian era. This adds to the understanding of Makuria, a kingdom that significantly shaped African medieval history by halting Islamic expansion for centuries and aligning with Christian European forces during the 12th century Crusades. The artwork and burial suggest a time of religious authority and architectural sophistication at the heart of Nubian Christianity. Number 12. Tuvik Sedu Necropolis. Tuvik Sedu Hill, which is located in Cagliari, Sardinia, holds the largest Punic necropolis in the Mediterranean. The Carthaginians used this site to bury their dead between the 6th and 3rd centuries BCE. The tombs were often accessed through vertical shafts carved into the limestone, leading to burial chambers decorated with amphorae and small jars for fragrant oils. Notable tombs include the Warrior's Tomb, the Urn Tomb, and the Wheel Tomb, many adorned with palm tree carvings and theatrical masks. Roman-era tombs were later added along the hillside, mostly consisting of Arcosoleum-style burials and columbaria near the city's old exit road. The site was officially opened to the public in May 2014. In 2017, a genetic study led by Claudia Vigano examined the DNA of a man buried here 2,000 years ago. Results showed he carried the codon 39 mutation for beta thalassemia, a genetic blood disorder still found among Sardinians today, linking ancient genetics directly to modern regional health conditions. Number 11. Parvati Hill Cave. The Parvati Hill Cave is a historical site in Pune, which is in India. As the city's oldest surviving structure, the cave holds significant importance in Pune's heritage. Parvati Hill is best known for the Parvati Temple, constructed by the Peshwa dynasty, and the Peshwa Museum, which exhibits artwork, weaponry, and clothing from that period. A well-trodden trail along the hill's southeastern slope leads to this ancient rock-cut cave. Scholars believe it was carved around the 8th century and dates back to the same era as the more recognized Pataleshwar caves. The cave's facade features 3 entrances, and the interior hall is supported by robust pillars. Inside, 3 arched niches line the back wall, and delicate stalactites hang from the ceiling. Pune has many such rock-cut formations, and these grottos carry deep historical relevance. The Parvati Hill Cave remains a rewarding stop during a hike to the hill's summit and is often recommended to anyone exploring Pune's cultural and architectural legacy. But be safe. Number 10. Eketorp Fort. The site of Eketorp is located on Öland Island, Sweden, and this fort holds significance in 2 key periods of Swedish history. Originally built as a ring fort during the Iron Age, it was later dismantled, rebuilt, and significantly expanded in the Middle Ages. The first version served purely defensive purposes. Over time, it evolved into a fortified medieval town, then later a cavalry garrison. Today, Eketorp is a popular heritage site, often used as a setting for medieval reenactments. Multiple archaeological digs at the site have yielded more than 24,000 artifacts. Though commonly called Eketorp Castle, this term is technically incorrect. The original walls date to the early 5th century, but the site was mysteriously abandoned in the 7th century before being reoccupied in the 11th century. Its round wall layout may have been chosen due to the flat surrounding landscape, which offered no natural defense. This made attacks possible from any direction. An odd choice, but clearly one made with intent. What do you think about it? Let us know. Number 9. Maya Frieze Discovery. This huge Maya frieze was found in 2013 by archaeologists in the city of Holmul, Guatemala. Measuring 25 feet by 6 feet, the frieze is impressively preserved and shows a mythological scene where a ruler sits atop the head of a Maya mountain spirit. Remnants of red, blue, green, and yellow paint remain visible, and experts believe the artwork is intact. Maya archaeologist Marcello Canuto stated the frieze reveals just how elaborate these sites once were during their golden age. The temple section where it was uncovered dates to around 590 CE, within the Maya classical era. Until this find, the ruling dynasty of Holmul was unclear. The frieze indicates that the temple was commissioned by a ruler from nearby Naranjo, a vassal of the Kanul kingdom. Holmul held strategic importance, sitting along the best east-west route between the Tikal dynasty's capital and the coast, making it a vital location for both rival kingdoms at the time. Number 8. Ingelrai Sword Group. The Ingelrai Sword Group consists of around 20 medieval swords from the 10th to 12th centuries, each engraved with a distinctive blade inscription reading Ingelrai. Variations in spelling include Ingelard and Engeler, closely related to the older Ulfbert group, which dates from the 9th to 11th centuries and has about 170 known examples. In 1951, British sword expert Ewart Oakeshott identified 13 Ingelrii inscribed swords and proposed that another sword found in the River Ouse in 1895, now kept at the Weissbach Museum, could be a 14th example. His claim was supported by Hilda Davidson, who agreed with his assessment. Several more variants of the inscription have since surfaced. One sword found in Södermanland, Sweden, is inscribed with MEF, while another unearthed in Flemma, Norway, bears the word FESLET. The true meanings behind these inscriptions remain uncertain, but their craftsmanship reflects the advanced metallurgy and skill of medieval European swordsmiths during a time of war, status, and technological evolution. Number 7. Ancient bone ice skates of China. Archaeologists recently uncovered 3,500-year-old bone ice skates in China's western Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. Experts believe this mountainous area, long linked to early skiing, may also have been an early hub for ice skating. These are China's oldest known skates. Made from ox and horse bones, they resemble prehistoric ice skates found in northern Europe. Discovered inside a tomb at the Gaotai ruins, each skate features a straight bone with holes at both ends for fastening to footwear. The blade is flatter than modern skates but sharp enough to glide across ice. The find offers rare evidence of early skating in China and may also point to cultural exchanges between ancient Eastern and Western societies during the Bronze Age. These skates were buried in 3,600-year-old ruins that include some of Xinjiang's best-preserved tomb buildings, thought to belong to nobility of the Andronovo culture, a group of nomadic cattle herders that once inhabited the region. And that's it. No one knows more than this. Number 6. Vlad's Prison. Everyone knows Dracula is a fictional character created by Bram Stoker in 1897, but in 2014, archaeologists uncovered a dungeon in northern Turkey, believed to have once held the real-life inspiration, Vlad the Impaler. While Dracula may be a myth, Vlad III of Wallachia certainly wasn't. He ruled intermittently in the 15th century and spent considerable time imprisoned. Experts now believe one of those imprisonments took place in the hidden tunnels and dungeons beneath Tokat Castle. Historical records suggest that Vlad and his brother were captured by the Ottomans in 1442 following their father's death. They were released only after political negotiations, but the experience left a mark. It was after this imprisonment that Vlad began impaling his enemies, earning the brutal reputation that inspired Stoker's vampire legend. The discovery of these chambers adds eerie weight to the story and provides a rare physical connection to one of history's most feared and misunderstood figures. Dracula may be fiction, but Vlad's legacy is not. Number 5. Angkorian artifacts. Archaeologists from the Apsara National Authority have announced a major discovery at Cambodia's Angkor Archaeological Park, over 1,000 relics from the Angkor era. Spanning nearly 250 square miles, the park contains remains of multiple Khmer Empire capitals, which thrived from the 9th to the 15th century. It includes landmarks like Angkor Wat, Angkor Thom, and Bayon Temple, renowned for their elaborate stone carvings. The Khmer Empire, also referred to as the Angkorian Empire, was established around 802 CE, when King Jayavarman II declared himself Chakravartin, or universal monarch. At its height, the empire ruled or influenced much of Southeast Asia, reaching southern China, Vietnam, Myanmar, and the Indo-Chinese peninsula. Recent excavations near Sra Srong, a 10th century reservoir, uncovered 155 artifacts, including 103 statues and metal artworks of the Buddha. Long Kosal, an Apsara spokesperson, highlighted the artifact's significance in showcasing 12th century metalworking skills. Number 4. Saadian tombs. The Saadian tombs in Marrakesh, Morocco, remained hidden until 1917, when archaeologists uncovered them. Their concealment wasn't accidental. They had been deliberately sealed off for centuries. These elaborate mausoleums and burial chambers house members of the Saadian dynasty, which ruled Morocco from 1549 to 1659. Shortly after their fall, the tombs were blocked off out of spite. However, evidence suggests this site was already a royal necropolis before the Saadians, with usage dating back to the 14th century. The most elaborate section is the Hall of 12 Columns, built by Sultan Ahmad al-Mansur, crafted from Italian marble and gilded ornamentation. Altogether, 66 royal family members and over 100 mistresses, wives, and advisors rest here. The tombs were never destroyed, likely spared by Sultan Moulay Ismail ibn Sharif, who ruled from 1672 to 1727 and was infamous for his brutality. His reign reportedly saw tens of thousands of executions, so his decision to simply cover the tombs is surprisingly restrained. Number 3. Rungholt Church researchers have found a significant find in the UNESCO-listed Wadden Sea World Heritage Site, the Church of the submerged medieval trading hub Rungholt, destroyed by a massive storm surge in 1362. Long the subject of myth and speculation, Rungholt represents one of the most dramatic examples of coastal loss due to human activity in northern Germany. To locate the church, experts combined geoscientific and archaeological techniques. After over a century of unanswered questions, this interdisciplinary approach finally pinpointed the site. They utilized geomagnetic surveys, electromagnetic induction, and seismic testing to detect buried remains within the mudflats. Core sediment analysis revealed both spatial and chronological details of past human occupation. Among the discoveries was a 2-meter chain of medieval terp foundations near Hallig Sudfall. One terp contained structures unmistakably belonging to a church, measuring around 131 by 49 feet. The find offers vital clues about the medieval district of Edomshard and emphasizes the pressing need to protect this centuries-old cultural heritage from erosion. Number 2. Tonina Ruins. Tonina in Chiapas, Mexico, remains one of the most underappreciated ancient Maya cities, despite being among the most intriguing. Though its ruins were first noted in the late 19th century, archaeological excavation didn't begin until the 1970s. Those efforts uncovered Tonina's massive terraced acropolis and 2 well-preserved Mesoamerican ball courts. Excavations are ongoing, with experts convinced that much more still lies buried. The stelae scattered across the site are particularly detailed, depicting graphic torture scenes and brutal executions of captured enemies. One of the site's most important inscriptions records the last known long count calendar date of the Maya Classic period, placing the end around 909 CE. Despite its historical weight, Tonina remains overshadowed by nearby Palenque, which draws far more visitors. That's ironic, given that Tonina actually conquered and sacked Palenque during its peak. The Acropolis, built on 7 platforms, offers unmatched brutal views. Number 1. Snake Altar in Patara. Depictions of snakes appear in the mythologies of many ancient civilizations, often as symbols of danger. Yet some people worship them, and new proof of that was uncovered in southern Turkey in 2020. This is a Greek-style snake altar found in the ruins of Patara, created 2,000 years ago. Based on the snake's design and the altar's purpose, it's likely an example of the Greco-Roman people of the era worshipping multiple gods. In this case, the deities were from the underworld. The marble altar is the first of its kind discovered in this region, but the snake iconography matches others found nearby, suggesting this practice was common locally. Some experts noted that the native snakes in this area 2,000 years ago weren't harmful to people, so perhaps they became sacred. The underworld gods these people believed in were thought to dwell among the dead, but also influenced agriculture. When crops failed, offerings would have been made at altars just like this one. If you found this video interesting, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for hanging with us this far, and we'll see you soon.